If you're a woman who's having a challenge putting on weight, putting on quality lean muscle tone, putting on sexy curves, in this video I'm going to talk about what we've been successfully doing at Own Your Fitness Personal Training and helping women put on quality weight. This video is for a woman who is skinny. The body type is actually called ectomorph, which we call hard gainer in the bodybuilding world. A woman that has a hard time putting on weight and increasing inches in the right areas, irrespective of how much she eats. And that's exactly what we're going to focus on today. My name is Adam. I'm the head coach and founder of Own Your Fitness Personal Training. We've been personal training women for 16 years. Almost 100% of our clients are women. Now, we also coach men on putting on muscle and dropping body fat, and we also coach women in dropping body fat and losing weight and losing inches. We focus on inches and body fat versus weight. But this video is for the women, the skinny woman that wants to put on quality weight. I have 4 principles. Principle number 1. Exercise selection, extremely important. What I mean by that is you need to know what you need to do and what you need to focus on and do it well in order for you to put on sexy, quality, lean curves. The kind of exercises I'm talking about are called compound exercises. These types of exercises work multiple muscle groups. I'll give you an example. Squats, lunges, single leg squats, any type of pushing exercises like push-ups or dumbbell press or cable press, any type of pulling exercises like seated row, like a pull-up, like free weights. These are the type of exercises that work the largest amount of muscle groups in your body, and these are the kind of exercises that will give you the best return for the investment and the time you spend working out. We use an example of what you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to do burpees. You're not supposed to go run a marathon. These are basically general advice that we give to our students, our clients, skinny women who want to put on quality weight. It's not going to serve your purpose to run a marathon or to run 5 miles down there, depending on how skinny you are. It's going to serve your purpose to do exercises under the principle of exercise selection that will meet your goal, that is putting on weight, that is putting on lean, sexy curves. Delve a little deeper into exercise selection. Squats. You can do them with the weight, which we call load, or you can do it without the weight, which we call your own body weight or calisthenics. Now, lunges, single leg squats, push-ups, or pulling type of exercises all have modifications. I will give you an example of what can be done in the gym, and I will also give you an example of what can be done in your home now that we're working out from our homes. Some of the examples where you see a gym version and a home version with no equipment, or a gym version with a banded version if you have a resistant band, or a gym version and if you're advanced and you've got to train yourself where your body weight is your actual weight. That weight training can be extremely effective if you do the next principle right, which brings me to principle number 2. Principle number 2, mind-muscle connection. What do I mean by that? That means, are you actually feeling and working and contracting the muscle? This whole principle is based on something called the contractile concept. What that really means is that when you do a chest press or a push-up, are you engaging your pec muscle, your chest muscle? When you're doing a single leg squat, are you engaging the glute muscle? What engaging really means, are you feeling and exhausting that muscle? Are you fatiguing that muscle? Are you feeling like that muscle is contracting and relaxing? So it has 2 major purposes: to contract, to relax, to contract, to relax. And it is that exact principle, system of science, that needs to be trained all the time, frequently, with good form, with good biomechanics, which just really means that you're doing it with good form, to make sure that you're stimulating that muscle. And stimulation means growth. Stimulation means toning. Stimulation means tightening. This leads me to these examples. Some examples of what we've done here and how we're correcting our students' forms and what kind of substitutes we're using. We're increasing the challenge for someone who's been training with us for a few months, and we're increasing the challenge to make sure that they keep moving upwards. Right, so you want to keep moving upwards, and you can only do that when you keep stimulating that muscle fiber, that toning aspect of the muscle, and then advance to a heavier load. Principle number 3, the principle of progressive overloading. Progressive overloading means challenging the muscle by lifting a little bit heavier. Now that is extremely important as you go from 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or week 1, week 2, week 3, depending on the student, depending on what your capacity is. But for the sake of the video, for number 1, which is contraction, i.e. mind-muscle connection. In your home, which is what we're all doing right now because of the COVID situation, you have to use creativity and different angles, which comes under the biomechanics, the positioning of the body and the mechanics of your body. So for example, take a look at this single leg squat, and then take a look at this one, single leg squat, and how they're both kind of the similar exercises, same exercise, but how we're changing and tweaking something to increase the muscle challenge, to increase that contraction, and challenging this person. Take a look at this squat, bodyweight squat versus putting something on, a backpack or a book or anything that will increase the amount of load meaning weight, on top of the body, which means the muscle has to fight harder, which means contraction increases, which means exercise stimulation or muscle stimulation increases, which means more muscle fiber recruiting, which means more toning. I do want to remind, if you're female, a skinny female that's trying to gain quality lean curves, quality muscle tone, you will not get bulky. I have been asked this question for the past 16 years of my career at Own Your Fitness, whether, oh, will I get bulky? Oh, I don't want to get huge. I don't want to look manly. And I have to say what I said back then, which is true now. It is extremely hard for natural men and natural women who practice natural bodybuilding style training, such as myself and such as the people we serve, natural strength training students. It is extremely hard for these people to get big, bulky, and extremely buff. No, if you're a skinny woman, you will not look manly, you will not be huge. And if you're a regular slim guy, you will not become Arnold Schwarzenegger or Phil Heath. That is competitive bodybuilding, and there's a lot more that goes into that conversation. I don't want to talk about it right now. Take my word, the only thing that will happen if you're a skinny woman who wants to gain weight is you will get tighter. You will put on some quality pounds. You will put on some quality inches. Your glutes and your hip region will get sexier and tighter. Your waist will come and contract and become smaller. Your arms will get toned. Your posture will pull up if you also work on posture, seated row exercises, and pulling and making sure your push-ups are correct. Once you understand these principles, the scientific based principles of how to put on quality weight gain, then you're in business, you're on your journey, you're on track, you're on your way. The last principle I want to talk about is nutrition. Now, nutrition is extremely important. It goes right there with your muscle building activity, muscle building exercises. Now, if you're a skinny woman and no matter what you eat, you cannot gain weight, the idea is that you probably want to work with someone who knows about nutrition. We help our students here with nutrition as well and give them recommendations and stuff like that. And you might want to increase your macros. Under your macros are carbs and proteins and fats. You might want to increase both proteins and carbs depending on where you put on weight. For example, if you're a woman that puts on weight in her stomach also, you might not want to increase your carbs as much. You might want to increase your proteins. Keep working with your trainer and your coach and understand when to increase the carbs. Maybe your body fat will drop first and you'll start gaining muscle in the next 30 days a little bit more, and maybe we can reintroduce carbs. Or second, if you're a skinny woman and you have no hope of gaining weight, here's a challenge for you. Increase both your proteins and your carbs and some extra fat, but your quality sources have to be good. What do I mean by that? Quality of your macros means you have to have high quality proteins. Like I get cage-free eggs. If you're a vegan or a vegetarian, you want to get high quality vegetarian. A lot of the people that we train here, vegetarians or vegans, so we have to come up with different ideas like Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein. There is an example, but we have to kind of look at a person's lifestyle and person's priorities and what's doable and what's not doable. And then we formulate a plan for them. Same thing I would advise for a man who wants to put on weight. Can we increase the right kind of macros suitable for the person? And that's why we call it personal fitness coaching, personal body transformation. We don't call it an assembly line transformation. So my purpose here at Own Your Fitness Personal Training is to put more fitness into BS and take some BS out of fitness. So that's my mantra in life and in coaching. Now, if you're looking for advice, guidance, drop me a comment. We'll do our best to get back to you, and we're happy to guide you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please smash that like button. Please drop us a comment. We're trying to put energy and time into a channel where skinny women who want to put on quality weight, we want the women that are tired of suffering through these challenges. So go ahead and subscribe and smash that like button. Drop me a comment if you got some value from it, if I clarified, if I shifted your perspective. At the end of the day, if we can all be who we want to be, the quality of life drastically increases. And that is what Own Your Fitness is all about. Until next video, have a great workout.